So we have all of them, right? I think we do. Yes, and we're talking about, yes, choices, and we have, right, 5 3/4 inches, 6 inches, or 6 3/4. So that was the first thing, just so everyone knows the sizes. Look, we have the black onyx. We then have this gorgeous green quartz. We then have it in a berry quartz for everyone.
Love that berry color.
Isn't that pretty? Yeah. Look at the berry with the rose together, the
See
berry
how you can
and
match
rose.
them up, mix them all.
I love that. And then
you got the blue.
That dark blue quartz. So no matter which one you were going for, they're $29.90. $29.90 today. And the appraised retail value is $60 on these bracelets. This is another one when you don't even think, you run. How about this? Picking up the green bracelet to go right along with the necklace. Yes. Right, there we go, right? Yeah. The two of them together, right? How stunning. And again, look at the match.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, totally.
Love that. You're so right. Yeah. That's incredible, isn't it? I was going to show
you the earrings, but they've gone.
And do we have any of the earrings left? Oh, we do. We still have some of the earrings.
Yes.
So the bead earrings, so you can grab those earrings as well. We can even put those up here in front of you. Hundreds of people that are calling. And I know we're down to the final, my gosh, where did this hour go, as we said? And we have just a couple more special pieces to present for you. But matching, so there's the green, if you want to match the green. The amethyst, we also have the amethyst earrings we still have available. And we do have also some available in the smoky quartz earrings too. So if you want to pick up the earrings to go with the bracelet, to also then go with the necklace. But the fact that it's stretch, I mean, that to me is, I love that part about it, because you don't have to worry, and then it's just going to immediately conform right to your wrist. Do your color mixing and matching. You know, I also love this beautiful, I think this rose looks so gorgeous with the green as well. And obviously the black onyx is going to work with anything. Look at the color of that berry. And then do not forget, look at that wonderful royal blue, which here again, here are the earrings, so that you could, if you picked up the earrings, you see how terrific the bracelet looks to go right along with it. 088